Hello there everyone, it is King Sloth back again with a brand new video. Today we're doing the truth about phase 1 part 2 because once again I'm getting sent all these misconceptions, a lot of things that I've heard before, and now I want to address them directly because some of them are just out of this world, literally out of the world. The first one that I've been sent, and this is probably one of the most, I've probably never heard this one before, but I want to let you know what they said. They sent me a message saying, okay, I passed my army selection. I am really worried for phase 1 because on the first fitness test, if I fail it, I'm getting sent home. That is literally what he said to me. So he wanted advice on preparing for the fitness test because he was worried that for your first fitness test you do in phase, I think it's like the end of week 1, maybe the start of week 2, the first fitness test you do. He was worried that he was sent home. Like, he was probably panicking. So I gave him the advice, but I told him, I was like, you won't get sent home because you failed a fitness test in phase 1. That's just the way it is. Potentially later on, if you're failing it like really badly, like to the point where you can barely finish the fitness test, then yeah, potentially you'll be UFAS, which is unfit for army service. However, say if you're close enough and you know you can progress, you can do it. You can pass it. All you got to phase 1, I was literally under the impression that your army selection timing was the time you had to get in phase 1, normal PFA. I thought each corps had a different time. So I was like, okay, I've smashed that time. I don't know how to improve. I passed my assessment centre time, I think at like 10:45, which now I knew was a fail in phase 1. So I went there, stuck that exact same pace, passed it. I believe it was 10:35. I was like, oh, okay, I smashed it. Did really well. No, mate, you failed. But that then, I asked him straight. I was like, okay, I'll be told this. He was like, no, everyone's 10:30. Because obviously I wasn't that clued up, to be honest, regarding all the fitness segments of phase 1 training. However, you do not get back. You don't get kicked out for failing a fitness test. If anything, in phase 1, they use that first fitness test as like a gauge. Like, see where you all are. Do anything you need extra help? With me personally, I struggled. Short distance running, I struggle with like quite bad. Like that mile and a half, I hit that pace, that one pace. But as soon as I lock into that pace, I don't speed up or slow down. So my whole thing was finding the pace, which is what got developed throughout the whole time in phase 1. By the end of it, I was passing like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I think my fastest one I did was like 9:45. I think my fastest PFA time was for a mile and a half, which might seem really slow to a lot of people, but I am like 6'6", and I was a lot less fit back then, so that was good. In reality, it was good as a pass. But yeah, you don't get kicked out because you can't pass a fitness test. The training staff will work on it and they'll help you out as much as you can. I had a phase 1 instructor come out in his own time to go and runs with me. So yeah, they will help you out a lot. Second misconception, and this is another really weird random one, and I'm not too sure what the actual the general is, but I'm gonna give my opinion on what happened in my phase 1 training. Okay, it was the question was, I've been told I have to arrive with shaved hair, otherwise the hairdresser on camp will shave it all off for me, and they're awful. In a way, some of that is a misconception, but other bit it is kind of true. In phase 1, you have to arrive clean and tidy. You can't be rocking up with long hair, because in other words, they will take you to the hairdresser. A hairdresser not going to give they're going to be too brutal, but they're not the best cuts. People have had. I've saw people come back from sessions with the hairdresser or the barber, missing chunks of hair, stuff like that. It was interesting. But the thing is, you don't go there and have your hair. Everyone doesn't go there and have the hair shaved. I turned up with hair, probably, it was longer than this. It was quite long. I could push it to the side, and as long. The answer I gave him was, as long as your hair can still be hidden under your beret, you're sound. There's no worries about it. Whereas we had one lad, I'm not gonna give his name, but he was a Welsh ginger lad. He was proper sound. He turned up with a full-on, like, long hair. And within the first week, he was told, if you haven't got any clippers of yourself to do it yourself, you'll be going to the barbers, getting it cut. Because you couldn't leave phase 1 until the weekend. After the 6 weeks point, you were allowed to go out on the weekend to town, but you had to be back on the evening. So you could get yourself booked in at a barber's, get it done. But most people just got their hair done on the 6 week point. And to be honest, around week 10, I remember one lad came back from literally a weekend out shopping in Southampton. He brought a clipper set, and literally the rest of the block were like queuing up to get a haircut by this one lad who, he was a trained barber anyway, but he brought his stuff back and got everyone's haircut. So that's the misconception. He thought that you had to shave your hair, like everyone had to be like crew cut, but in reality, no. As long as it's smart and you can hide it under your beret, you're absolutely fine. There's no need to worry, no need to panic, anything. Third misconception, and the final one that I've been sent, is that you don't have time to talk to your family. I've been told, literally, he came and was like, I'm really worried. He said he's married, he's got kids, and he was panicking. I actually had the voice call this bloke because he was proper panicking through messages. Like, I'll give you a ring and I'll talk you through it. I'll even talk to your wife, which I did. He was under the misconception that you'd be constantly getting beasted to the point where you couldn't use your phone. He was told that he couldn't use his phone. Someone above him, apparently one of his friends who was in the army, must have said, "Oh, you don't get to use your phone the whole way through phase 1." You do. You're allowed your phone. You're allowed letters, phones. Go to welfare if you want. If you haven't got a phone or a letter, or any letter or coming, you can get to welfare and ask for a phone call home. You're allowed to do that because end of the day, it's your mental health. But he was under the impression that you could not visit family, friends, have anyone contact you over that whole period of time. From once again, through my experience, I brought myself letter writing kit with loads of stamps. I bought, I made sure I had my phone contract with like unlimited calls, unlimited texts. And there is, in some blocks, you can get Wi-Fi. Some blocks are worse, and others are not the best Wi-Fi. Not exactly going to be like streaming HD movies onto a big, no. But it's enough to call home. For the first 6 weeks, there isn't really a lot of time. However, on the evenings, it is your own. You will spend a lot of time doing your kit or prepping for the next day. However, you can still... So yeah, you spend a lot of time doing your kit on the evenings. However, there is a lot of time. So you can, at the end of the evening, contact your family. What I used to do, so a bit of a tip here for me, I used to write a letter once a week, give like an overview of what the plan was for the week ahead, and just like little heartfelt messages to everyone, I guess. I used to send like my missus like a letter saying like, this is what we're doing next week, I'm really looking forward to it, like your feelings before you started, and then you'd contact them each night and also in the morning saying like, oh, hope you're having a good day, sort of thing, hope you enjoy yourself today. And on the evening you could let all your emotions out, really. I used to get like, sometimes I'd get like wound up on the phone, sometimes I'd be happy on the phone, sometimes I'd be sad on the phone, but having that outreach to be able to release them emotions anyway, you should be a lot better, you should be absolutely fine. But yeah, so those are your 3 misconceptions. First one was about the fitness test getting sent home. That's not true at all. Your training staff will work on that. That will make you pass that test. In reality, you will be fit enough to pass the test anyway. Misconception number 2 was about the hair, trying to get everyone getting your hair shaved. No, as long as it's tidy, you're absolutely fine. And misconception 3 was that you will not be able to contact your family. You will, 100%. You'll have lots of time to contact your family. Believe me, towards the end, that seems like it's all you do. I remember doing my parade shoes, sat in the welfare room, watching a film, and I was out cleaning, earphones in, with the microphone at the bottom, talking to my family, just doing my shoes. And literally, I'll speak for like an hour at a time. And believe it or not, when you speak to them, at that point, at the time you do your PT, you do like your lessons, and then you do your kit. That's pretty much it. Towards the end of your phase 1 period, it is mainly about like kit preservation, like getting your twos ready, shoes ready. That's actually it. After your final exercise that you do, it goes more into drill. You do drill morning, afternoon, evening you're doing your kit. So pretty much you do have a lot of time to be able to do it. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video of the part 2. If I do get any more misconceptions, I'll be hitting you with the part 3, because I do enjoy talking about phase 1. I do get a lot of questions regarding phase 1. So yeah, it has been King Sloth. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. I aim for 10 likes. And I'll see you all soon.